Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's go, fellas.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Set, ready. Get the flag. Watch the screen. Pass. Check.
Now a fake on the give here. Pass option. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready, ready. My set. All day, every day, any day.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Bird to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hand. Whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not, now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage following the penalty. It's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Steps away to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That's how we do it.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, it's Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
We can't get stopped. You see me out here? That's right. We can't get stopped.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Buddy up. Come on. 58. Come on. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people...
And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, D. Check 26, check 26. Check it backer, check it backer. 22, check, over. 22, check, over.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Let me know right now. You better bring it.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Lions.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
The Lions, first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll set up the throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 27th, Bridgewater. David Johnson here on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up in air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. It's caught by Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Give him 9 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
52.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
54, right there. 54.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Right. Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball. Boy, 51. That's Travis. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
And watch that. And watch that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
On second down and 4, Bridgewater. Johnson's got it complete.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Card's going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Check. 52's the mark, boys. 52. These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over.
Let's go, fellas.
So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.